Welcome back to the Realiest Reviews. My name is Terrell, and today's movie is focused on 2020's Shiva Baby. And the synopsis of the movie is the following. At a Jewish funeral service with her family, a college student unexpectedly sees her sugar daddy and his wife and daughter there as well. And this movie to me was actually pretty good in my honest opinion. The movie had a lot of like different themes that I think worked well, and with how the director like edited the movie and as well as like executed like each theme, I think this movie is pretty good in my opinion. Here is my review on the matter. So the movie, I think what the movie did well first and foremost is that all the actors, especially the main character, did a pretty good job. I think all the actors did a good job with the acting, especially with the main character by the name of Rachel Sennett as Danielle. I think that her acting in this movie was pretty good because Danielle in this movie is a college student that's about to graduate, but she doesn't know what she's going to do with her life. And in her life, she has made a lot of mistakes. In this movie is somewhat coming back to haunt her as she's still learning from the mistakes. And in this movie, you kind of get to see as to why she make those decisions. And also with this movie, she also makes new mistakes that makes it sometimes kind of like hard to like sympathize with her. And the mistakes, it's not horrible. Like she does something illegal, but it's just like what's wrong with you, or like what you're doing, like you was stupid or whatever, because she does make some pretty like stupid mistakes in this movie that probably will like mess her up in life. Nothing like psychological or like horrifying, but just like cringeworthy mess. Like as I said, I think the actors did a good job in this movie. I think all of them were pretty good with the acting. I liked it how the director does a good job with the themes that was in this movie that I believe were in this movie with the awkwardness, because this movie was definitely filled with a lot of like awkward moments in a good way from beginning to the very end. Like there were so many awkward moments in this movie, just not even funny, and it was crazy too. Cringe-worthy moments as well, but in a good way. Like especially for the main character, like she was definitely in a lot of moments in this movie that was just like you just felt like it was just cringeworthy. You just felt like it was just extremely awkward. Like if I was in the situations like her, I would definitely feel awkward and just complete embarrassment. Um, what I also enjoyed about this movie was probably how every like thing was like executed with the awkwardness or with the cringeworthiness, and with just how it's like real life and everything. How this movie was like it's based in like real time, and how Danielle is like a college student that many people are like. They're about to like graduate from college and they don't know what they're going to be doing. And by the end of the movie, I kind of definitely did feel some sympathy for towards Danielle, because yeah, she's made some mistakes in her life and she doesn't know what she's going to do, but that's how a lot of people are with when it comes to college. Like they don't know exactly what they're going to do, and it's just like me as well. I think the director did a pretty good job. I think with all of the characters in this movie, I think that many of the characters were definitely likable in some aspects. Yeah, some of them were a little bit annoying or just a pain in a you know what, but I think that all of like the characters were just somewhat likable, but definitely they had their cringeworthy moments as well with the main character of Danielle. The visual aspects of directing was good as I mentioned. Um, I would say this movie definitely had a lot of positives than the more negatives did. Maybe the downside of the movie that I wish it would have had if the movie was a little bit longer, because this movie is less than 80 minutes. This movie, it come and goes. Like, it knows what it's going to do, and it does a good job with the 75 minutes of the movie that it is. Like, I kind of wish it would have been a little bit longer, like 80 to maybe like 85 minutes, and maybe that's it. Like, if the movie was like over like 100 to like 120 minutes, I think this would have been a horrible movie in my opinion, because I don't know what they would have filled in with those extra minutes had it been like a 2-hour movie. And out of all, I think this movie is a pretty good movie. It's supposed to be coming out soon, within a couple of weeks in the US. And how, to me, I would rate this movie out of like 5 stars. I say that Shiva Baby is a 3.5 star, 3.5 stars out of 5 stars. Like, you just have a lot of awkwardness, a lot of cringeworthiness moments, a lot of just like crazy moments for the main character. The execution, I think, does a good job, and it's just a good movie that people should see. It's not overbearing. It's not horrible. It's pretty good. And that is the end of my review. If you liked this review, please like and subscribe and comment. Please give me some suggestions on what I should react to next. And until next time, goodbye.